tragic and heart-wrenching incident has shaken South Korea to its core as the country grapples with the aftermath of a devastating plane crash that occurred on Sunday, December 29, 2024. The crash, which took place at Muan International Airport in the southwest region of the country, claimed the lives of 179 passengers aboard the Jeju Air-operated Boeing 737-8. Only 2 passengers survived the crash, leaving the nation in a state of collective shock and mourning. This tragedy marks South Korea's deadliest aviation disaster in nearly 3 decades, and the impact is reverberating throughout various sectors of society, particularly the entertainment industry. The K-pop world, renowned for its high-energy performances, meticulously planned schedules, and loyal fan bases, has been deeply affected by the catastrophe. In a rare and somber show of respect, major entertainment companies and K-pop artists have come together to halt their activities temporarily to honor the victims of the crash and to show their support for the grieving families. The entertainment industry, which is usually buzzing with constant promotions, fan events, and musical releases, has taken a significant pause in response to this devastating event. Devastating Muan Airport crash claims 179 lives. The incident occurred when the Boeing 737-800, which was traveling from Bangkok, Thailand, lost control while attempting to land at Muan International Airport. The plane overshot the runway and exploded into flames, killing 179 of the 181 passengers and crew on board. Authorities have yet to confirm the exact cause of the crash, but initial investigations suggest that the plane may have faced technical difficulties while attempting to land in poor weather conditions. This tragedy, which has been described as one of the deadliest air disasters in South Korea's history, has left the nation in mourning. As the news of the crash spread, people across South Korea were left stunned and horrified. The crash site, covered in a blanket of smoke and debris, painted a grim picture of the scale of the disaster. Authorities have launched an extensive investigation into the incident, and the families of the victims are being supported by local officials and organizations. The identities of those killed are still being confirmed, but the emotional toll on the nation is immense. This tragedy has touched the hearts of millions, with tributes pouring in from all corners of the globe. K-pop agencies and artists suspend activities in mourning. In the wake of such a devastating event, the South Korean entertainment industry, particularly the K-pop sector, has demonstrated immense sensitivity and solidarity by suspending various promotional activities. Several top entertainment companies have made public statements expressing their deepest condolences to the victims and their families, while also announcing changes to their planned schedules and releases. BIGHIT Music, the agency behind global superstars BTS, was one of the first to announce a significant change in its plans. The agency had previously scheduled content to celebrate member V's 29th birthday on December 30. But in light of the tragedy, they decided to postpone the celebrations. In their statement, BIGHIT Music expressed their sorrow and offered condolences to the families affected by the plane crash, saying, "We pray for the souls of those who passed away in the aircraft accident and send our deepest condolences to the bereaved families." The agency also made a heartfelt request for the understanding of their decision to delay the birthday content, prioritizing the importance of mourning during such a sorrowful time. Similarly, other K-pop groups have followed suit in postponing or canceling their planned activities. Stray Kids, the popular boy group known for their energetic performances and chart-topping hits, delayed the release of the music video for their latest single, As We Are. The video, which was set to showcase Seungmin's powerful vocals, was part of their latest album, Hop. But the group's agency, JYP Entertainment, announced that the release would be postponed as a mark of respect for those affected by the crash. Fans, while disappointed by the delay, have shown their full support for the decision. Another group, 17, announced that their subunit BSS would be postponing promotional content for their upcoming single, Teleparty. Pledging their condolences to the families affected by the crash, the group's agency, Pledis Entertainment, assured fans that a revised promotional schedule would be shared soon. While these changes have undoubtedly disrupted the carefully planned schedules of K-pop artists, the collective grief felt throughout the industry has taken precedence. Will album releases be affected by the mourning period? With the devastating crash fresh in the minds of fans and artists alike, many are now wondering whether upcoming album releases and promotional activities will be affected by the national mourning period declared by South Korea's acting president, Choi Sang-mok. The mourning period, which is set to last for 1 week, will see the country pause in a show of respect for those lost in the tragic crash. This national moment of reflection has raised questions about whether K-pop artists and agencies will continue with their scheduled activities or postpone them further. For groups like IVE, who were scheduled to release a new single in January 2025, the mourning period could present complications. Although the group had paused their promotional activities on December 29th and 30 as a mark of respect, their agency, Starship Entertainment, has confirmed that the release of their new album, IVE Empathy, will go ahead as planned in February 2025. In support of the release of their new album, IVE Empathy will go ahead as planned in February 2025. The group's planned return to the stage will likely depend on the duration of the mourning period and any further directives from the government or entertainment industry leaders. While the situation remains fluid, it is possible that the emotional impact of the plane crash could delay or alter upcoming releases across the industry. The K-pop industry, known for its punctuality and precision, has historically faced delays in the wake of national tragedies. For instance, after the 2022 Halloween crowd crush in Itaewon, many K-pop groups postponed their activities out of respect for the victims. While the mourning period following the Muan Airport crash may not lead to mass delays, the impact on the industry's schedule cannot be underestimated. Whether it's the release of highly anticipated music videos, live performances, or album promotions, the somber atmosphere may influence the timing of these events. Mourners pay tribute to the victims. As the nation comes to terms with the enormity of the tragedy, people from all walks of life have taken to social media, public spaces, and memorials to pay their respects to the victims. South Korea, known for its strong sense of community and collective mourning, has seen an outpouring of grief from both citizens and international fans alike. The many fans of K-pop, some of whom were planning to attend concerts or purchase albums in the upcoming weeks, have expressed their sorrow on platforms like Twitter and Instagram, sharing tributes to those lost in the crash. Some have even created fan art or organized online tribute events as a way to honor the lives lost. On the ground in South Korea, candles have been lit, flowers have been laid at memorial sites, and survivors of the crash have been offered support by local organizations. It is expected that in the days ahead, more public events and memorials will take place, where fans, citizens, and public figures will come together to express their grief and solidarity with the victims' families. South Korea declares national mourning period. In response to the horrific crash, South Korea's acting president, Choi Sang-mok, declared a national mourning period that is expected to last for 1 week. During this time, flags across the country will fly at half-mast, and official ceremonies will take place to honor the lives of those lost. The government has pledged its full support to the families of the victims, with counseling services being made available for those affected by the tragedy. Public transport, entertainment, and other industries are expected to follow the government's lead in pausing certain activities during this time of national reflection. The mourning period provides a moment for the nation to unite in grief and contemplation, allowing people to focus on healing and offering their condolences to the victims' families. While the entertainment industry is still processing the loss, it is clear that this tragedy has left an indelible mark on the hearts of those who were affected, both directly and indirectly. The entire country, alongside the global K-pop community, has been united in its sorrow as they collectively remember the lives lost in Muan. As the days unfold, there will likely be further developments and statements from the South Korean government, entertainment agencies, and artists. The nation's ability to come together in the face of such a catastrophic event will determine how the K-pop industry and the rest of the entertainment world proceed in the coming weeks. However, for now, the focus remains on honoring the victims, supporting their families, and navigating the period of mourning with sensitivity and respect. The entertainment industry in South Korea, known for its relentless pace and constant activity, has come to an unexpected halt following a catastrophic plane crash that has left the nation in deep sorrow. On Sunday, December 29, 2024, a Jeju Air-operated Boeing 737-800 en route from Bangkok to Muan International Airport, tragically crashed while attempting to land. The crash, which resulted in the loss of 179 lives out of the 181 passengers on board, is now being regarded as one of the deadliest aviation disasters in South Korea's history. As the nation processes the profound shock and grief caused by this devastating incident, the South Korean entertainment world has responded by pausing various planned activities, a rare move that highlights the deep respect and empathy shared by artists and agencies in such a dark moment. The tragic plane crash. The incident occurred when the Boeing 737-800, which had been traveling from Bangkok, Thailand, to the southwestern region of South Korea, overshot the runway upon landing at Muan International Airport. The plane subsequently caught fire, resulting in a devastating explosion that claimed the lives of nearly all passengers. Only 2 individuals survived the crash, leaving the country and the world in shock as news of the tragedy spread. The crash has left an indelible mark on the collective consciousness of the South Korean public and the global community. As South Korea comes to terms with the magnitude of the loss, the government and various organizations, including those in the entertainment sector, have come together to support the victims' families and mourn the loss of so many innocent lives. K-pop agencies and artists halt activities in solidarity. In a show of respect and mourning, several prominent K-pop agencies and artists have made the decision to suspend their scheduled activities, including content releases and promotional events. This gesture, while not uncommon in the wake of national tragedies, has left fans and the public alike reflecting on the scale of the disaster. Among the first to respond was BIGHIT Music, the agency behind global superstars BTS. The agency had planned a celebration for V's 29th birthday, which was set to take place on December 30th, 2024. However, in light of the devastating events, BIGHIT Music made the decision to postpone all content related to the celebration. BIGHIT Music's statement expressed their sorrow and deep condolences for those affected by the crash. "We pray for the souls of those who passed away in the aircraft accident and send our deepest condolences to the bereaved families," the statement read. It also explained that the decision to delay the birthday content was made out of respect for the victims and their families. The agency kindly requested fans' understanding in the face of such a tragic and somber situation. This announcement, while disappointing for fans eagerly awaiting content celebrating V's birthday, was met with overwhelming support from the BTS fanbase, who appreciated the agency's sensitivity and thoughtfulness during this difficult time. Stray Kids delays music video release. Similarly, JYP Entertainment, the agency behind the popular K-pop group Stray Kids, also announced a delay in their planned release of the music video for the track As We Are from their album Hop. The music video, which featured Sungmin's powerful vocals, was eagerly anticipated by fans worldwide. However, in light of the plane crash, the group's agency decided that it was appropriate to delay the release as a mark of respect for those who had lost their lives in the tragic accident. Stray Kids, known for their energetic performances and impactful music, has built a loyal and passionate fan base. Yet, despite the eagerness of their fans for new content, JYP Entertainment's decision was met with widespread understanding and support. Many fans expressed their sorrow for the victims of the crash and acknowledged the importance of taking a pause in the face of such overwhelming grief. The agency promised to release the music video at a later, more appropriate time as they continue to show support for the families affected by the tragedy. The decision to delay the video release is not an isolated one. Stray Kids, like many other K-pop artists and agencies, understands the emotional toll that such a catastrophic event can have on fans and the public, and the postponement of content is seen as a way to offer condolences while still maintaining a sense of solidarity with the victims' families. While the delay may have disappointed fans who were excited to see new content from the group, it is clear that the group's members and their agency felt the need to prioritize the well-being of those affected by the crash. 17's BSS postpones content. Point staff exhaustively inspects void-bound servers. In another poignant response, Pledis Entertainment, the agency behind 17, also announced that their subunit BSS would be postponing the promotional content for their upcoming single, Teleparty. The announcement came as part of a wider industry response to the plane crash and reflected the collective sense of mourning that has swept through the entertainment sector. The group's agency shared their deepest condolences to the families of the victims and made it clear that the decision to postpone the promotional content was made out of respect for the tragedy. 17's BSS subunit, known for their vibrant and upbeat performances, had been preparing for a major promotional push for Teleparty, a track that had garnered significant attention due to its catchy melody and the group's strong fan following. However, like their peers in the industry, 17 recognized that the mood of the nation was one of grief and sorrow, and that it would not be appropriate to go ahead with the scheduled promotional activities at such a sensitive time. BIGHIT Entertainment assured fans that the group's schedule would be adjusted and that a revised timeline for promotions would be shared soon. The decision to delay content, especially for a high-profile group like 17, is significant. It reflects the strong bond between K-pop artists and their fans, as well as the importance of showing empathy in the face of national tragedies. Fans of 17, many of whom had been eagerly awaiting the release of Teleparty, expressed their understanding and support for the delay, recognizing that such moments of mourning and reflection take precedence over entertainment and music. The impact of the national mourning period. The plane crash at Muan International Airport has had far-reaching consequences, not only for the families of the victims, but also for the South Korean public at large. The South Korean government, in response to the enormity of the tragedy, declared a national mourning period, which is expected to last for 1 week. During this time, public ceremonies, memorials, and other activities are being organized to honor the victims. The national mourning period has prompted numerous sectors, including the entertainment industry, to halt activities and suspend scheduled events. K-pop agencies and artists have demonstrated a deep respect for the nation's mourning period, pausing content releases and promotional events to allow for collective grieving. The entertainment industry, known for its fast-pacing and high-pressure environment, has shown a rare level of solidarity during this difficult time. The public's response has been overwhelmingly supportive of the industry's decision to delay content, as fans recognize the need for compassion and sensitivity in such a dark moment. The future of upcoming K-pop releases. While many K-pop groups have temporarily suspended their activities, fans are left wondering whether upcoming album releases and promotional events will be affected by the mourning period. Agencies have yet to confirm the full extent of the delays, but there is growing concern that more content might be postponed as the industry continues to grapple with the emotional impact of the plane crash. Some K-pop groups, like EVE, had scheduled new releases for early 2025, and it remains to be seen whether these releases will proceed as planned or be delayed out of respect for the national mourning period. IVEV agency, Starship Entertainment, has confirmed that their album IV Empathy is still scheduled for release in February. But it is possible that certain promotional activities, including the release of music videos or fan events, may be delayed or adjusted in response to the ongoing mourning period. As the industry continues to process the loss of so many lives, it is likely that further delays may occur, particularly for high-profile groups with scheduled content. However, it is clear that the welfare of the victims' families and the well-being of the public are at the forefront of decision-making. The K-pop industry, which is known for its dedication to fans and its relentless work ethic, has shown that there are times when the needs of the people and the nation must come first. The role of K-pop in times of tragedy. The K-pop industry is often seen as a symbol of joy, energy, and excitement, bringing people from all over the world together through music and performance. However, in times of national tragedy, K-pop artists and agencies have consistently shown their ability to unite not just their fans, but the broader public in moments of collective grief. By postponing content and halting promotional activities, K-pop artists are demonstrating their empathy and solidarity with the victims of the plane crash. For fans, the pause in content is a reminder of the deep human connection that exists between artists and their audience. While the entertainment industry is often driven by deadlines and promotional calendars, moments like these offer a chance for fans and artists to reflect on the bigger picture and the importance of supporting each other during times of hardship. Fans of BTS, Stray Kids, 17, and other affected groups have shown tremendous understanding and support for the decisions made by their favorite artists, with many sending messages of condolence to the families of the victims and showing solidarity with the wider K-pop community. As the mourning period continues, It is expected that more updates will be shared regarding future content releases and promotional activities. In the meantime, the K-pop community stands united in its grief, offering its condolences and support to those who have lost so much. The resilience of the industry and the solidarity of its fans will undoubtedly play a role in helping the nation heal in the aftermath of such a heartbreaking tragedy. The entertainment world in South Korea, particularly the K-pop industry, has come to a standstill following one of the deadliest aviation disasters in the nation's history. On Sunday, December 29, 2024, a tragic accident at Muan International Airport, located in the southwest region of the country, sent shockwaves through South Korea and the international community. A Jeju Air-operated Boeing 737-800, which had departed from Bangkok, Thailand, crashed while attempting to land at Muan. Tragically, 179 out of the 181 passengers on board lost their lives, marking the deadliest plane crash in South Korea in nearly 3 decades. The aftermath of the crash has led to national mourning, with the South Korean government declaring a 1-week period of mourning. In light of the overwhelming grief, the entertainment industry, especially K-pop agencies and artists, has made the rare and respectful decision to pause activities, further emphasizing the severity of the tragedy. Details of the Muan Airport plane crash. The Boeing 737-800 aircraft, which was carrying passengers from Bangkok to Muan, went off the runway as it tried to land at the airport, resulting in an explosive crash and subsequent fire. Emergency responders were quick to reach the site of the crash, but by the time they arrived, the situation was already dire. Authorities reported that only 2 survivors were found, while the rest of the passengers, including several foreign nationals, perished in the horrific accident. News of the crash immediately shocked South Korea, with residents across the country deeply affected by the loss of life. Muan International Airport, though small, is a critical gateway for both domestic and international flights, especially those traveling to the southwestern regions of South Korea. The crash has raised questions regarding aviation safety at the airport and the airline itself, leading to ongoing investigations. However, the immediate focus is on the victims and their families, with the South Korean government and numerous organizations extending condolences and offering support during this painful time. In response to the tragedy, South Korea's acting president, Choi Sang-mok, declared a national mourning period that will last for 1 week. This period is intended to allow the nation to reflect and grieve while also providing support for the victims' families. As part of this nationwide mourning, many public and private organizations have suspended operations, including the entertainment industry, as a show of respect. K-pop industry's response to the tragedy. K-pop, which has long been a source of pride and cultural export for South Korea, is now facing an unprecedented situation. Known for its fast-pacing, high-energy environment, the K-pop industry thrives on the constant release of new music, music videos, albums, and promotional events. However, in the wake of such a devastating tragedy, the industry's response has been one of empathy and sensitivity. A number of major K-pop agencies and artists have made the difficult decision to delay or halt promotional activities and content releases, recognizing the importance of honoring the victims and respecting the national mourning period. One of the first agencies to announce a delay was BIGHIT Music, the agency behind global megastars BTS. The agency had planned a special celebration for V's 29th birthday, which was scheduled for December 30th, 2024. However, in light of the crash, BIGHIT Music announced the postponement of all content related to V's birthday. In a heartfelt statement, the agency expressed their deepest condolences for the victims and their families, stating, "We pray for the souls of those who passed away in the aircraft accident and send our deepest condolences to the bereaved families." The agency went on to explain that they would not release the scheduled birthday content out of respect for those affected by the tragedy. Fans, while disappointed, expressed their understanding and support for the decision, recognizing the need for empathy in such a somber time. Similarly, JYP Entertainment, the agency behind the popular K-pop group Stray Kids, also responded to the tragic events by announcing a delay in the release of the music video for the track As We Are from their latest album SY. The music video was highly anticipated by the group's passionate fanbase, but JYP Entertainment emphasized the importance of pausing promotional activities as a sign of respect for the victims of the crash. The agency shared a statement offering condolences to the victims' families and promised to release the music video at a later date once the nation had time to mourn. So for not only the victims' family and their loved ones, another major K-pop group, 17, under Pledis Entertainment, also decided to halt its planned promotional content. The group's subunit, BSS, was preparing to release content in support of their upcoming single, Teleparty. However, in response to the national tragedy, Pledis Entertainment announced that they would delay all related promotional activities. The agency also extended their condolences to the families of the victims, noting that the revised schedule for promotions would be announced in the near future. In addition to these acts, the girl group IVE, managed by Starship Entertainment, also made the decision to pause their activities. The group had planned to promote their upcoming single, which was scheduled for release on January 13, 2025. However, due to the national mourning period, IVE suspended all promotional events for December 29 and 30, 2024, in solidarity with the victims' families. The group's highly anticipated album, I've Empathy, is still scheduled for release in February, but it is likely that promotional events for the album will be postponed or adjusted as the situation evolves. Impact of national mourning on future K-pop releases. With the entertainment industry in a state of mourning, many fans are left wondering how long the pause will last, and whether it will affect the scheduled release of albums and other major content in 2025. While some K-pop agencies have stated that they intend to proceed with future releases as planned, there are growing concerns that the national mourning period will lead to further delays. For instance, upcoming albums from IVE, 17, Stray Kids, and other K-pop groups may see their promotional activities adjusted as the nation continues to grieve. In particular, IVE's album I've Empathy, which is set for release in February 2025, could see delays in promotional events and music video releases, although the group's agency has confirmed that the album will still be available to fans on schedule. It remains to be seen whether future events, such as fan meetings, interviews, or live performances, will be postponed or rescheduled in response to the national mood. Agencies are likely to prioritize the well-being of the public and the victims' families over promotional schedules, making it unclear whether some of the planned events will go ahead as initially planned. Additionally, fans are concerned about the impact of the mourning period on upcoming award shows and concerts. The Korean entertainment calendar is typically filled with a range of year-end events, including music award shows, variety specials, and end-of-year concerts. It is unclear whether these events will be affected by the national mourning period, with some speculating that they could be postponed or canceled entirely. The situation remains fluid, and fans are eagerly awaiting updates from agencies and organizations as they navigate this challenging time. The role of K-pop in national mourning. K-pop has long been a source of national pride for South Korea, serving as a powerful cultural export that has brought the country global recognition. In times of national tragedy, K-pop artists and agencies have been quick to respond with solidarity and respect, halting activities that would otherwise continue in the face of such significant loss. By pausing content releases and promotional activities, K-pop artists are showing a deep sense of responsibility and compassion for their fans and the broader community. The decision to pause K-pop activities in light of the plane crash tragedy serves as a reminder of the human side of the entertainment industry. While K-pop idols and their agencies are often seen as public figures who exist to entertain, their responses to this tragedy reflect the broader values of empathy, solidarity, and respect that characterize the Korean entertainment industry. Fans, too, have demonstrated remarkable understanding and support, recognizing that, at times like this, mourning and healing take precedence over music and performance. As the national mourning period continues, the K-pop industry will likely make further announcements regarding the resumption of activities. In the meantime, the industry and its fans remain united in their grief and commitment to supporting the victims' families. The tragic crash at Muan International Airport has not only affected the families of the passengers on board, but has also touched the hearts of millions of people worldwide. And the entertainment industry's response highlights the profound impact of this loss on the South Korean public. Moving forward, healing and reflection. As South Korea reflects on the devastating loss of life in the Muan crash, the K-pop industry, like many others, will continue to navigate the delicate balance between mourning and moving forward. While the pause in promotional activities has left fans in limbo, it is a necessary act of respect for the victims and their families. The coming weeks will undoubtedly be a time of reflection for the entertainment industry, as K-pop agencies and artists carefully consider how to proceed with their schedules in a way that is both respectful and considerate of the national mood. It remains to be seen how the industry will adapt in the aftermath of this tragedy. However, the outpouring of support from fans and the public for the decisions made by agencies suggests that, in times of crisis, the entertainment world has the capacity to show incredible empathy and solidarity. Moving forward, the K-pop industry will undoubtedly continue to be a source of joy, healing, and unity for fans around the world, even as it takes a necessary pause to mourn and reflect. South Korea declares national mourning period after tragedy. On December 29, 2024, South Korea was struck by an unimaginable tragedy that has left the nation reeling. A catastrophic aviation accident at Muan International Airport has claimed the lives of 179 individuals, marking one of the darkest days in the country's history. The incident, involving a Jeju Air-operated Boeing 737-800, unfolded as the aircraft attempted to land during inclement weather conditions. Of the 181 passengers and crew on board, only 2 survived, both in critical condition, as the nation grapples with the profound loss of life. In response to the tragedy, the South Korean government declared a national mourning period, a rare and somber gesture that underscores the gravity of the situation. President Choi Sang-mok, in a heartfelt address to the nation, extended condolences to the victims' families and vowed to provide comprehensive support for those affected. This declaration of mourning serves as a unifying call for the country, prompting government institutions, businesses, and even the bustling entertainment industry to pause their regular operations in solidarity with the grieving families and the nation at large. The tragedy at Muan International Airport. Muan International Airport, located in the southwestern region of South Korea, is a significant hub for both domestic and international flights. On the evening of December 29, the Jeju Air flight, arriving from Bangkok, Thailand, encountered severe turbulence and poor visibility while preparing to land. Witnesses at the scene reported hearing an explosive noise as the aircraft skidded off the runway and burst into flames. Emergency response teams were dispatched immediately, but the scale of the disaster posed significant challenges. By the time firefighters extinguished the flames, the majority of passengers had already succumbed to the impact and the ensuing fire. Officials confirmed that 179 individuals lost their lives, with only 2 survivors, 1 passenger and a flight attendant, both of whom sustained life-threatening injuries. The survivors were rushed to a nearby hospital where medical teams are working tirelessly to stabilize their conditions. Investigations into the crash have already begun, with aviation experts and government authorities examining flight data recorders and interviewing witnesses. Preliminary reports suggest that adverse weather conditions, including heavy rain and strong winds, may have contributed to the disaster. However, officials are also scrutinizing potential technical malfunctions and human error as part of their inquiry. There are 27 unnamed deaths and associated injuries from a loss of passengers and crew. National mourning period declared. In the wake of this tragedy, the South Korean government declared a national mourning period that will last for 1 week, from December 30th, 2024 to January 6th, 2025. During this time, flags across the country will be flown at half-mast, and government officials are refraining from attending celebratory or non-essential public events. President Choi, addressing the nation in a televised statement, said, "Today we mourn as one nation. The pain of this loss is immeasurable, and our hearts are with the families who have lost loved ones. We will spare no effort in providing them with the support they need during this unimaginably difficult time." The president also announced plans to provide financial assistance to the victims' families and to cover funeral expenses. Counseling services have been made available to those affected, including first responders who witnessed the harrowing scene. Nationwide solidarity and grief. As news of the disaster spread, South Koreans from all walks of life have come together to express their grief and support. Vigils are being held in major cities, with citizens lighting candles and offering prayers for the victims and their families. Social media platforms have been flooded with messages of condolence, with hashtags like Pray for Muan and Muan Tragedy trending globally. Religious institutions, including churches, temples, and mosques, have also opened their doors to provide solace and comfort to those seeking support. The nation's religious leaders issued a joint statement calling for unity and compassion, urging citizens to come together in solidarity and healing during this time of profound loss. Something like 80% changes on rates. Quote, "This is the best time to buy insurance under U.S. law." Quote, end quote. The tragedy has had a profound impact on South Korea's vibrant entertainment industry, which is known for its global influence through K-pop, dramas, and films. In a rare move, major K-pop agencies and artists have announced the postponement or cancellation of scheduled activities as a sign of respect for the victims and their families. BIGHIT Music, the agency behind global sensation BTS, was among the first to issue a statement, announcing that planned birthday content for member V, whose birthday falls on December 30, would be delayed. Similarly, JYP Entertainment postponed the release of a new Stray Kids music video, and Playtis Entertainment delayed promotional activities for 17. The decision to halt activities reflects the industry's sensitivity to the national mood. A joint statement from several entertainment companies read, "As a part of the South Korean community, we share in the grief of this tragedy. Our thoughts are with the victims, their families, and all those affected. We hope for healing and unity during this difficult time." Economic and social implications. The tragedy has not only shaken the nation emotionally, but has also raised questions about aviation safety standards. The Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, and Transport has ordered a comprehensive review of safety protocols at Muan International Airport and other regional airports. The investigation will include an assessment of runway conditions, air traffic control operations, and the airline's adherence to safety regulations. In the meantime, the accident has also highlighted the need for improved emergency response mechanisms. While first responders acted swiftly, the scale of the disaster has revealed gaps in coordination and resources, prompting calls for increased investment in disaster preparedness. Moving forward, a time for reflection. As South Korea enters this period of mourning, the focus remains on providing support to the victims' families and addressing the broader implications of the tragedy. The nation is no stranger to coming together in the face of adversity, and this moment of collective grief is also a time for reflection on safety, community, and resilience. The declaration of a national mourning period is a reminder of the interconnectedness of society and the shared responsibility to support one another in times of crisis. While the scars of this tragedy will take time to heal, the solidarity shown by South Koreans offers hope for recovery and a renewed commitment to ensuring such a disaster never happens again. As the mourning period unfolds, the government, organizations, and citizens alike will continue to honor the memory of the victims while working toward a future where such tragedies can be prevented. For now, South Korea remains united in its grief, offering a poignant example of the power of community in the face of heartbreak.